Hey YouTube, this is Mega Dweezil coming at you from the Great Indiana Wilderness. I'm out here today with my experimental chicken, Jules. I got an experimental chicken because I want to get real chickens next season, and you know, we always kind of start out slow around here so we can screw it up a few times, see what we're doing. Jules doesn't really like me, so he hangs that in this little box thing that I built in there, which is, you know, I think he knows that I have plans for him. Josephine's behind the camera. Say hello, Josephine.
Hello.
We're been checking out some videos lately. You know, a lot of it's about, you know, prepping, and shit hits the fan. Shit hits the fan. Actually, you know, it's really neat to think about. Okay, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of shit hits the fantasy. You know, because it's really neat to think about. That suddenly, you know, God in His wisdom is going to hit the reset button, and all of a sudden, boom, no more mortgages, no more bills, no more credit problems. You know, my boss will be eaten by zombies some freaking where. You know, I don't have to deal with all that. All I have to do is grab the old AR-15 in my bug-out bag, and I'm going to head out into the woods here and do something. Eat raccoons, or, you know. I think actually what it's going to turn out to be, and you know what it already is. I mean, if you're waiting for shit to hit the fan, you might want to come out here because it's fairly shitty already. We got no hay this year, no corn. Wait till you see what you're going to pay for pork and beef next year, because people can't feed all these cows and pigs, and it's just too freaking expensive to even try. So yeah, you know, I think it would be really great, you know, if all at once shit were to hit the fan and we were to all get a clean slate and a new start, and we could all, you know, reform society in some kind of cool Mad Max image. The fact of the matter is, what's going to happen is what usually happens in countries in the decline, is that you're going to find shit just gets harder. Harder and harder and harder, steadily. You know, and if you don't get harder with it, I mean, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You know, it may be great to have 72 hours of chow and a great rifle under the bed. I don't know what that's got to do, you know, with staying alive 6 months, a year, you know. Because basically, you know, the government's going to be concerned with keeping alive its institutions. And you don't have to worry about a police force, okay? The police force, you can always pay a poor person to pick up a gun, put on a badge, do the necessary. You know, there are going to be people lining up for those jobs, but they ain't coming out here. There's nothing out here anybody wants. So, consequently, you know, we're going to have to be able to produce our own stuff. We're going to have to be able to do the things that we need to do out here in order to stay alive and hopefully comfortable. And we're getting better at that year by year. You know, but we started, you know, years ago, and gradually we're progressing a little bit at a time. Finally, we're working up these chickens here, because I don't want to eat potatoes all the time. You know, I come from a lineage where they used to do that, you know, survive on potatoes and beer, mostly potatoes, you know, but no, I want to get like some meat, and consequently, you know, I'm fixing to find a way to make it myself here, because frankly, you know, nobody else is going to do it for me, and you know, if I can't do it myself, you know, I dread to think 5 years, 10 years down the road what it's going to be like when I'm supposed to be, you know, in my declining years, sitting in a rocking chair someplace, collecting Social Security and listening to my ass spread. You know, I don't think that's what's going to be happening. I think I'm going to be out here with a shovel, and if you got any sense, you'll get one too, you know, because if you're waiting for the whole Mad Max thing to go down, you know, it's great to write a TV show or a movie about it, but no, I mean, when the Soviet Union collapsed, they still had great police forces, you know, they still had an awesome army, and people were standing in line 2 hours for a loaf of moldy bread, you know. Don't think the same thing can't happen here. Don't worry, you two, Indiana's holding.